What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Everybody Has a Mic podcast, episode 18. We out here, we in our teenage years, about to get crazy. Everybody know we get to 18, it just go wild. Everything go left in your entire life. So expect the same from today's podcast.
Oh God, though.
It's your boy, JT Malone, aka East Coast Legend. You can follow me at Instagram at freaknasty_ECL. Mo Money, what you got?
Yo, what's going on, everybody? My name is Mo. Happy to be here with my brothers again. DJ Motivate You on TikTok. Shout out to y'all. I'll be back tomorrow doing that thing over there. And Motivate You One on Instagram. Yep. And DJ, fitness, a little bit of that stuff. But again, happy to be here with my brothers. We're gonna get this on. Steve, what's going on with you?
Yo, what's going down? It's your boy Stevie B, Mr. S.B. via the Instagram as well as LXB Galleries. Always happy to be here with the fellas. 18, man. 18 solid episodes, dude. You know, lots of laughter, lots of controversy. But at the end of the day, we all happy to be here. And remember, art is life. Let's go.
Shout out to the Knicks. That's how I'm gonna start off.
100. Bing bong. Bring whoever. Bring whatever to whoever. Bring it.
Fuck your life. Tim's on the back of your neck right now, Boston.
Yeah,
them niggas is playing soft up there. I don't know what's going on.
Oh my God, let me tell y'all. Something. Them Knicks is trash too. But
says the Miami Heat fan.
No.
I don't want to hear you talking. We going in the wrong direction.
Can I finish?
All right.
Oh, y'all are trash bags. And the reason why you're trash bags is you only come out when you win it. You only come out when you win. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh, you don't mean the team.
No,
you mean the
fans. Overall,
okay.
The fans.
All right.
There we go. So you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm talking about the whole. I'm talking about the culture. I'm talking about the culture. But I can't stand me them damn Boston. I can't stand nothing about the place. Yep. I don't like the place. Yep. I don't like your area. Yep. I don't like how y'all breathe. I don't like how y'all eat. I don't like how y'all talk. Y'all only believe Boston is it, and that's all it is. And you believe you're protected there. I can't stand y'all asses, and I'm happy you getting dusted up. I'm so damn happy in the way you're getting beat. In the way you're getting beat. I can't stand the NBA watching all those damn threes in the first place. You live by the three, you die by the three. This is the playoffs. And your ass, your Tatum, the softest.
Get your big ass in the paint, bro. And I'm a Knicks fan. Get your big ass in the paint, bro.
10, 7 foot.
That's
dude.
what Cat is doing.
6 foot, 7 foot dude. 6'10", 7 foot dude. Out there shooting threes against little dudes. Like light skin activities at its finest. Listen, y'all, I can't stand them dudes. I can't stand Boston, and it's not because of like whatever anybody else about the racism and all that. Nah. I'll never forget what you did to Isaiah Thomas. Not the Detroit Pistons Isaiah Thomas. Y'all know who I'm talking about. I don't like it. I don't like Ainge for that. I don't like it. Yeah, used his sister's death to coerce that man to go in there and play his heart out for y'all in his MVP season, knowing he had an injury on his hip. Y'all let him play until that injury worn on him. And once this summer came and he was looking for the big deal, y'all got rid of him like he was a trash bag. And I never forget that. I can't stand y'all asses. And this is exactly what y'all asses get. I don't care if y'all win another game. I hope they sweep y'all bum ass.
That's what I'm hoping for, a sweep.
I'm sorry. Right. Oh yes, hold on.
I started off.
You started this, and I just saw something before we started, and I don't like y'all either because the Knicks fans was in there. The Knicks fan. I'll say y'all. Knicks fan. I'll probably put it up there a little bit later. I'll put it on it. But the Knicks fans, they couldn't get them out of y'all stadium. The one of the women were having like a heart attack trying to get y'all out, the Knicks fans out of there because they were so amped up, still in the building. They were trying to get them out. But you know, y'all Boston fans jumped those Knicks fans out there in the street.
You already know.
I just saw that recently. I just saw that before we started.
But that don't make the news because it's all white boys doing it.
Yes, it was. and then the cops trying to hold the Knicks fans back while they get.
Always.
I said,
That's what they do.
no,
That's what they do.
disgusting. It's disgusting. You're disgusting animals. You get
Yeah.
everything you deserve.
There was I went to a sneaker show one time up in Albany, and it was this little group of young kids, because it was 2 girls and a dude. But they were selling sneakers. They was like 20, 21. They went up to Boston, and somebody busted up their windows on their car because it had New York plates. They called the police, and the police was like, "What do you expect when you come up here from New York?" No police report, no nothing. Sent them home, busted windows. Didn't even help them. So they'd be funny money.
See what I mean?
Up there.
Don't
Funny
even
money.
get me- I don't
That's
even
why-
get me started on Boston.
That's
man.
why you get. That's why you see. Always see dudes from Boston getting served up when they're in other parts of the country. But that's like you said. That's why I think they protected up there. They don't ever want to leave, because when they go to other places, everybody's hitting you in that Boston jaw. And
Exactly.
it's glass.
They don't want to
And it's
leave.
glass.
They don't
Yeah, man.
want
Look,
to
I
leave.
lived in Boston, man. I lived in Boston for like a year, and it's just Boston's to the point to where we should just move on to the topic.
All right, let me get going. My bad.
Boston's topic.
All right, so I kind of forgot my topic now because we got I brought that up.
My apologies.
So I got one. It's pretty funny. You've heard the term basic bitch, correct?
Mhm.
In 2025, what is your definition of a basic bitch? Like, what's the basic bitch starter pack? That's literally the question. You see somebody, a woman, it could be a dude too, because a bitch is a bitch. Bitch ass dude is the same to me as a bitch ass woman. So what is like the starter pack? Like, what do these people have that make them basic? I'm gonna go with money.
All right. What you asking for? I said me. I said I. So oh man. Unfortunately, man, when I hear that terminology, I think of a lady. And I'll be honest with you.
Like a lady that you know, or just a lady?
I think of ladies in general.
Oh,
I'm sorry. Sorry. You know, why you ask me that? Why you have to go that deep, dog? Now they're hating me. I'm gonna clean this up. Though. When I hear basic B, man, I think of like why you dust this up, Justin? Man, you did this, man.
18, you go left.
Basic B, man. Unfortunately, man, I think of Caucasian ladies, man. I think of like first people that come to my mind, like Caucasian, blonde, like trifling. I just sandals. I see the sandals in my like the toes. Why you doing this to me, man? Like I'm visualizing it as we speaking.
I got a picture in my head too. That's why
You see what I'm saying, man? Like I don't think about black women at all. I think seriously, basically,
I'm over here choking.
I think of like the blonde female, like dusted up, man. Like I don't know, man. I don't even want to go anymore because I think I'm like really on the feminist radar of like disrespect. And I don't want to do this, but I'm trying to answer the question as nice as possible, y'all. And I'm not talking. I'm saying this is a cultural thing. When I hear a basic B, like the typical basic white blonde female to me, that's sitting there yapping. It's yapping about a whole bunch of nothing. Like just yapping about and they think there's so much. And they dusty as hell, man. I think they like this, and they think they're high value. That everybody wants them, and it's just like they got. I hate to say this, they got a kid or 2 or 3.
Mm.
so
I'm going.
That kid is a basic bitch.
No.
I'm asking.
No,
I'm just
no,
trying to
I
find
said,
out what you're talking
I
about.
said, I'm thinking about a specific
Oh,
blonde, blonde
okay,
Caucasian
okay.
female.
Just blonde. I mean,
I'm not putting it nowhere else. That's where
all
my
right,
mind went.
cool.
That's where my mind went. And I'm visualizing that the people and pretty much they want something in a person or a partner that I'm not saying they don't deserve. I'm saying that they may not be ready for. They come with a whole lot and don't realize that they're coming with a whole lot of extra stuff, and they want a certain person to roll with them in life. I'm gonna switch this over to Steve. I've dropped this down in the whole row. I can't get out of it.
Oh man.
People are mad at me. I know it. Damn.
Yeah, that was crazy. I man, I don't know, Mo. I mean, Justin, man, this is an interesting question, but the good, great Kevin Samuels had a lot of, you know what I mean, different energies for what a basic bitch would be, and it's almost like a starter kit, you know what I mean, mindset. You know, if they're only focused on materialistic things and their nails and their, you know, that's the energy. As well as some people feel like, I know some gentlemen that are in my friend group, he kind of categorizes them in a way of, you know, the dirty bucket, which is the chicks that got the kids, and you know, they're looking for so much more and all this other stuff. And then, you know, the ones that actually have potential is the ones that he looks at from a different perspective. So I think basic is a mindset more than anything. You know what I mean? It's the start. You think if you're playing like video games, right? So video games, they got a beginner level, they got an advanced, and then they got an expert, right? So basic would obviously be the beginner level, somebody that hasn't matured in certain ways on for how they carry themselves, who speaks to them certain ways, and how they allow things to happen around them, their surroundings, as well as their children. And you have you know, their attire, what they decide to wear. Like Mo mentioned, you know, there's a bunch of chicks out here in these streets that will have a fly, you know, sundress on, or some busted ass sandals, or some horrible ass flip flops.
Sorry,
You know
I can't
what I'm
stand
saying?
the sandals, y'all. I can't stand it. I'm sorry. Continue.
Hey man, you know, hey, you know, you got some things out there. Let's not do the crusty rusties. You know what I mean? Make sure you hit the back of your
They gotta
heel.
be soft
You know,
with it.
actually like care about what's happening. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
No,
That type of stuff.
your toe shouldn't hit the ground
No,
Yeah,
before
yeah.
your
shoes
sandal.
too
I mean,
little.
but
Yeah,
you know, but
something.
they could say the same thing about us with sneakers and all this other shit, right? But it at the end of the day, it all boils down to how much you actually care about your surroundings, what you look like, your obviously your appearance, and how you carry yourself. If you decide to carry yourself on a basic level, then you will be considered basic. That goes for men and women. But if you decide to, you know, actually put some effort and thought into what you're doing, you know, you grow to advance, and then you can go to expert. So, you know, it all depends on how much you feed into yourself. That's how I feel about basic. It can go any way you'd like to go from there, but that's like my definition, because somebody that could be super wealthy can still be looked at as a basic bitch.
Yes.
It's on you, Justin.
All right. So I'm about to go. I'm about to go with attire. And when I see someone dress in this type of way, I automatically know what temperature you're running and what time it is. There are 3 pairs of shoes. I'm gonna go about 3 or 4 pairs of shoes that put you in a basic bitch category with me. Mo called out the sandals.
I can't help it. I'm sorry, y'all. I see the
Sandals.
sandals.
If you got the Crocs on.
Oh no, I didn't even start with that.
You got Crocs. You got any type of UGG on your feet. I mean, from the boot to the slippers to the sandals that they sell at Foot Locker now.
Uggs have sandals?
Yeah, it's a mess. It's a mess.
They
got look them up. They got fur
they
on
got
them.
to, dog. You know what?
Yeah.
They got to. They got to
fur on them, and they chicks
capitalize.
be out here It's 90 degrees. You got fur on your feet. What is you doing?
And it's bad for you. It's bad for you.
What
Like
are you
arch
doing?
and stuff. Like, what are you doing? Like, you can't walk. You're walking in the middle of traffic, walking outside with some sandals on, you tripping for. But come on, you. Anyway, continue.
Oh,
All right. Okay. Next one. Next last pair of shoes. And this is you gonna feel me on this one. Dirty sneakers, specifically white Air Force Ones. The disrespect. And I Cypher Sounds put me onto this. I'm not gonna act like this is an original thought.
My God.
The disrespect that white females have put on the white Air Force One is ridiculous. That was one of the shoes that I saw people get beat the shit out of stepping on somebody's white Air Force.
That's a tough one, man. That's a tough one because whites can get nasty, man.
Yeah, but I mean, you're supposed to stop wearing them after a certain time, and they wear them into their black Air Force Ones.
Oh my God.
It's ridiculous. Completely ridiculous. All right, so I did the feet. Now we're gonna go to the bottom section. They either got on the Lululemon.
That's why I said I was trying to pull away from this. That's why I said that this is the blonde white female. I know exactly where it goes. The Lululemon. Yeah, they got it on. Listen, Steve. Look like
I don't know.
Dog, they all look the same. Listen, dog, it's in Westwood, store in Westwood. Yeah. Listen, they in Greenwich. They all wear the same. They wear the same leggings. The leggings you love. The leggings you love and you hate it in San Diego. You was like, they wearing these in restaurants.
Relationship for those leggings. I do. It's such a horrible illusion. You showed me some shit.
Yeah. They got the weight. They got the band that cover all that up.
Yo, you showed me some shit the other day that had me screaming. The lady's whole body fell out the joint.
Yeah.
Her whole body fell out those joints, man. I was like, no way.
It ain't real.
So it's either is that, or you know what else I'm not a huge fan of? It screams basic to me now too. You got a pair of jeans on, okay, and the rips are so big in your goddamn jeans they almost shorts. Put shorts.
Say that again.
You see the chicks walking around all the time. They got the jeans on and they got the rips so big in them that they almost look like shorts.
That's a starter pack. That's a starter pack. Yeah. The ripped short jeans with the little joints out. Yep. Yeah, with the thigh hanging. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
All right, then you go to, now we're gonna go to the torso. They either got a sports bra on or some type of tank top.
It's true.
All right, basic bitch starter pack. In their hand is always a Stanley Cup or a Starbucks cup. All right.
This is exact. See. I'm happy he's saying this.
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna go there. Yeah. I had it all in my mind.
Yeah. That's why when he started talking, I was laughing because I already had it pictured in my head. I already knew where I was going with this.
Y'all know. Y'all already.
Yeah. They got the Stanley Cup in one hand and they got the iPhone in the other. And they're scrolling about some nonsense and they're always worked up about some bullshit that don't matter at all. It's like, lady, your car's getting towed. But can you believe what Kanye said about Kim? Your car just got towed, lady, because you on your phone scrolling and you care about that. And they usually have some type of shade either on their head or on their face.
Like say that one more time.
Shade, like sunglasses.
Yes, he's right.
Right on top of the head. Hair is always raggedy. Always raggedy. Ain't never done. Always raggedy. So we got bedhead.
He's right. The bedhead is real.
We got the crop top.
I see these people all the
Stanley
time.
Cup, Starbucks cup. You got the iPhone in your hand, scrolling about some nonsense. You got your Lululemons on and your fucked up jeans. You either got some sandals. You got your fucked up Air Force Ones. You got your Uggs. I think that's basic bitch starter pack. Like, I want this bitch made and put on the reel. Boom, 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 boom. Basic bitch starter pack right there. And then, shit, I could throw cars in it too, because they either got one of three cars. They either got some type of SUV, It could be luxury. It could be domestic. They got some type of big ass truck that they have no business driving because they're like, they're like 411 with the basic big starter pack going on, and they can barely see over the steering wheel, and the wheel is all, they up here with it. You need a lift to get in the car, all that type of stuff.
I hate those trucks, man.
Or they got an Altima.
I knew the Altima was coming.
Or they got an Altima.
Damn, how did I know that you were going to say Altima?
Or they got an Altima.
I thought you were going to say Civic, but continue.
A Civic falls into that too.
It's true.
They don't never have Accords. It's always Altima, Civics, some type of SUV.
He's right.
So yeah, that's a basic big starter pack. So fellas, don't fall for the tricks. If you run into a woman and she got all this going on with her, don't fall for it. You're gonna get caught up in some shit you don't need. And who wants a basic bitch? All right, let's go Stevie B next.
All right. Basically. So I want to start by asking y'all a question. My question to y'all and even the audience. What does art mean to you? Right? Like, art is obviously paintings, drawings, music, film, and all this other stuff. But what is it to you, Justin? To you, Mo? What is art to you? I'm gonna go with Mo.
What is art to me? So you're saying music, films?
I'm saying whatever. What do you in your mind consider art, and what's your favorite form of art?
What's my favorite form of art? That's a great question. Art, man. Art. To me, art has to be created. So I'm looking at art as a person.
Interesting perspective.
Yeah, I'm looking at art as a person. So, like Biggie Smalls is a hip hop artist, and he passed away very early, and has only given us two albums. But that art and that sound has elevated hip hop music in a certain way so much that it lives on forever. So my feelings is art is a person. It needs to be created. Art needs to be created by someone. So an artist could be a musician. An artist can be shout out to Michael B. Jordan with Sinners, and Ryan Coogler for creating. I need to
see that movie. I need to see that movie.
Fire.
Yeah, I'm gonna go theater and see it.
I have to see that movie, man. I'm gonna go IMAX.
Absolutely, IMAX is IMAX worthy. Coogler created Sinners. He created Sinners. So my point is,
when she told that man, you can steal all that liquor, you can't come steal this pussy for one night, the whole theater was like, oh shit.
I didn't even know it was that type of party. Like, I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, it's fire, Steve. They talk that talk.
Listen, she wasn't playing.
No, she was not.
She wasn't playing no games. So, but this is the thing, man. So that's my point. She's an artist. They're delivering art. Shout out to these artists. The painters, people, let's just even say so many people that are artists, singers, people that do movies, actors. I'm going to say arts, even people that build with their hands.
Oh yeah,
sculptors, people that have created bridges for us to drive on.
Yeah,
people that have created buildings for us to lay our heads on or like go into offices and teach fitness class. Those are artists. Those are artists to me. They have a plan. It's anybody that can create something. To to me is art. Anybody that could create something. I mean, there's a young boy that I heard from, I think from Africa, that made a soap that should that prevents something about cancer.
Mm.
What?
So
And
yes,
he's still alive.
recently, yeah, young black boy figured that out recently.
Africa.
At a soap.
So bad for
Yeah,
them because they ain't coming for him. Yo, every time it's the black inventor from Africa come up with some, they end up on some weirdo shit happens, and then the big corporation puts it out a couple of years later. So that's just what it is. Sorry, off topic.
just saying. No. Just saying, like that. The art is your art is somebody that can create something. As much as people don't, as much as scandal he's going through right now, well, he's probably not, because people don't talk about Vanilla Zaddies in that way. Vince McMahon with WWE and wrestling and looking beyond and trying to create this world of entertainment for people to be wrapped into storylines and what it's become now, from creating a person to saying you're going to be Razor Ramon, building a character, and then that character going off and becoming something else. And, all that character creations, your mind, art is in your mind. Art's in your mind and how you deliver it to people.
Absolutely.
JT, what you got?
What is art to me? Yeah, I mean, art is a lot of things. I mean, like Mo said, people who build things, people who design stuff, like fashion designers, a lot of that stuff is art. Sneakers, for example, that's art. What goes into it, figuring out making the right stitching, using the right leather, all of that type of stuff to make a shoe look a certain way. A lot goes into the design of those shoes that people don't understand or get credit for. At the end of the day, Tinker Hatfield, Kanye West, some of the greatest sneaker designers of our era, which is crazy to say Kanye is one of the greatest sneaker designers, but the proof is in the pudding from the sales that he did. So at the end of the day,
what I'm saying,
yeah, it's about the creativity. It's about being able to, like you said, Mo, take something from your mind and turn it to something real, tangible.
I think it's beautiful, man. I think it's so beautiful.
Yeah, everything can be technically considered a form of art. Like if you write a poem, they consider that art.
Yeah,
you could write you could write a dissertation. If you write it and you're using the words in a certain way, people would consider that art. I mean, hip hop art, it's all about how you put words together, how you put paint together, how you put figures together, mold metal to make a car. That's art. People love cars and the lines on the car. People, that car is sexy. I like those lines, the curves on a car. I always find those guys to be a little degenerate, because I don't see cars as sexy.
Yeah, I couldn't do that either, but I got you though.
But yeah, but you know where I'm going with it. The point is, art could be anything. Like, a great story can become a great movie. Usually great movies don't become great stories, but I guess. I mean, it all depends. But my favorite form of art is probably music, because the words, the beats, the melodies, all of that, you feel it in different ways. And if the person who's singing or, spitting their rhymes is describing something in such a way, you can close your eyes, and with that music playing, you can see everything that they're talking about in that moment. And that's why I always like art in the form of music the most, because I personally can always tell when the person making the music is actually genuine in what they're doing. You can feel that pain in their voice. You can feel that joy when they're singing about when the R&B from the 90s, Dudes used to make songs about stuff about women or their daughters or, you know, their mothers. And you could feel the love in the lyrics, in the song, in the harmonization of the groups. And, you know, everything became cookie cutter. To me, there was no feeling in the songs no more. Which is why I don't listen to the radio like that. And I have like playlists, and I have satellite radio, but they be on a playlist
radio.
too.
Definitely radio.
They don't give you, satellite radio doesn't give you that raw, that feeling. I think they need DJs more. That would be very good on their radio stations to give you a feeling, because I understand exactly what you're talking about.
Yes,
I get it.
Yeah, the best show, but that's one of the things too. That's one of the reasons I like satellite radio, is because, for example, like Rock the Bell, you get those DJs from New York City that have been forgotten about just because they were aged out of mainstream media. A Chuck Chill Out used to be on the radio at like 8 o'clock. I don't know if Red Alert is on there. Red Alert still is on BLS, I believe. I think he's on there like 7 o'clock, Red Alert. He used to be a few years ago when I listened to the radio. Really? He may not be anymore.
I don't think BLS really played hip hop like that anymore, right? Because remember back in the day, before Hot 97, it was BLS and Kiss.
Yeah, and they mixed it in. You got the hip hop, you got the R&B. Who else is out there on satellite radio that you don't really hear from no more? That's a DJ. Tony Touch has a show.
He's still going?
Yeah, Toka Tuesdays.
Okay.
You had Rest in Paradise to K Slay. K Slay was out there doing the drama hour. 4 hours of the drama hour is different because, again, you get in that raw. You get in the dudes who not getting the look or shot, and you can hear that these dudes are spitting because the rent is fucking due. Their baby is hungry. This man is spitting, and K Slay is playing that. Who's another one out there? Oh man, who's EPMD's? Not DJ Technician. The Lox's DJ. He got a show.
Oh, really?
On satellite radio.
He probably be playing.
I like that. I like
killing it. Oh my God, Technician. The RZA got a show on there where he be playing that shit. Too Short, Bun B. They have a lot of different artists on that particular station, and they give you the stories behind the music. Again, that's part of the art because it lets you know how the art got to where it was. And they bring guests on. But the DJs, they be going in, man, because they bring those sets. And like I said, they play that music you don't hear on the radio no more. You might have forgot that Greg Nice is still rapping. But these dudes got a Greg Nice record, and it ain't half bad.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? That's
so I'm talking about. Greg Nice was nice too.
Yeah,
named
so
nice for a reason. He could spit.
Yeah, so it's like, you know, I like that form of music. I like the stories you get out of music, and you know, and I've been recently. I've been into a lot of lo-fi hip hop, just the beats.
Yeah. That's what's up. That's what's
just
up.
Vibing.
I've been playing that at the rooftop. I play that at the rooftop like a lot.
Yeah,
like that lo-fi.
It just brings a vibe. I do it at my cookouts because people complain. My wife complains about some of the music that I play.
That's why I'll do that. That's why I'll do that because it's a happy medium. It's a happy medium for everybody to kind of reminisce and vibe out and just let the beats rock.
The beats just rock, and then it gets to a point where they're like, "Oh, where are the words?" And it's like, I had words 2 hours ago, and you said they were cursing, and there's children around.
But this is it, JT.
But we curse around our children all the time, so what the fuck is the difference?
You have to warm them up. So I always tell people this: you got to warm them up, and once the drinks start flowing in people's system enough,
they don't care no more.
They don't care.
Yeah.
But you just can't bend them over and give it to them from the back.
Poor.
If it's a lady, it ain't pause.
Yeah, it ain't pause.
That sounded crazy.
CBB, close us out.
All right, so, like I always tell you, art is life, right? And I mean that because, you know, from both of y'all's perspectives, Mo, you said art is a person. Now the person is a spirit, is an energy. Nas and a lot of people say it all the time. Nothing has been created that hasn't already been created, right? So whatever kind of music, architecture, car designs, like the intricate, the like how God, how technical an engine is in the small pieces that you need to put it together, all types of stuff is art. And that's why I always say art is life, because art is music, art is painting, drawing, so many different things, acting, method acting. There's different
Yes.
types of it's like the
Improv,
yeah, improv.
comics.
So many subcategories in every form of art, martial art, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like, dance. You have interior design. I went to art school. I went to the
Interior
Art Institute.
design.
I went to the Art Institute of Tampa. Shout out to my Art Institute of Tampa peoples, everybody that I met in that time span. And I also went to the New England Institute of Art. And I've seen sketchbooks where I flipped through pages and it looked like a person was coming off the page.
See what I'm saying?
Literally. That's how nasty I'm the type of artist that I was around in that small period of time. I had a teacher show me a class, this picture of this white horse. Horse looked crazy in an all black background. And he did the piece. And he said he created that muscular horse with an eraser. It was a black background. He did all that with an eraser. It was amazing. And, I think art is interesting because there's a lot of people that were there for fine arts. So you had, I met one of my closest friends on the planet. You know what I mean? My man Jay Dollar. He was there for audio engineering, right? So that's music. And then, I was there for animation. And it's so much different stuff and so many different ways that you can meet people. And I feel like, the life aspect of art is, yeah, fine artists create so many different things, but it's also one of the most frowned upon, diplomas that you can get, because people are like,
100%.
you're not going to make any money as a fine artist, right? But
Yeah, my kids can't go to school for art.
yeah, can't go to school for art. I'm with you, because it's not going to make you the money, right? But in truth of the matter is, it's all over the place.
Yeah.
Fine art is everywhere. And people say it's not going to make you the money, but it can make you some of the most money. I've seen people make money
That's how it
off of
works.
trash.
Yeah.
I've seen people make money off of throwing paint on white canvases and being like, voila. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've seen that. So don't say that it can't make money.
But them cats didn't go to art school.
No, well,
Exactly.
they didn't go to art school. A
No,
lot
they
of them
stumbled.
didn't.
They
But then
stumbled.
again, then again, with art, you don't necessarily have to go to art school, right? Like, I'm not going to
Exactly.
sit here and say it's something that you have to do.
50
But
grand a year.
my personal
to be
favorite,
hungry.
shit. If you get that one break, you get that one, you still at one
I
for
know.
whatever.
That's what life is.
Yeah, that's all
And that's
life
why
is.
I say life, art is life. You know what I
Art
mean?
is life.
My favorite form of art is animation. I love animation. Some kind of cartoon, some kind of animated movie, some kind of anime. You know what I'm saying? Like, animation is my favorite form of storytelling. I feel like you can completely maximize whatever it is you're trying to say in an animation. You can't compare something that happens in a live action movie with the superhero character and any kind of comparison that you see them in their truest form in animation. You know what I'm saying? Feel like you could be the superhero that you want to be. You can lift a mountain and it doesn't look fake from all the CGI and also the stuff like that. So animation is my purest form and one of my favorite genres of art, as well as graffiti. But graffiti's for another day. Shouts out to my man Banksy. I'm gonna pass that to you, Mo Money. Let's go.
All right.
Take us home,
All
buddy.
right. All right. So here we go.
He's about to come something crazy.
Nah, I just
I can see him looking, man. He about to pop
hey,
nothing up.
man.
God damn.
I just
Hey, bring it on, man.
I just don't want to get it so early, but I mean too soon. But there we go. Allow this.
Kanye track. You heard it?
Kanye
No,
got a
I
track?
haven't heard Kanye.
I don't need to hear anything from
He got a
Kanye.
track. I mean, he got video for it too. It's pretty crazy.
Oh,
I
really?
believe it, but
Well, I mean, the song is crazy. I'll send it to y'all.
please.
Yeah.
I'll send it to y'all. I laughed so hard.
See, laughter doesn't mean that it's dope.
I didn't say it's not terrible. It's controversial.
Of course. It's Kanye.
But he ain't singing about killing black men, so it's all good for me. I seen this. I knew this might be coming.
Oh man.
Can y'all see this or no?
I see it.
All right. So
this is a real story.
What?
Yeah, this is a real story. So
homeowner. Where is this Pennsylvania?
I gotta find out exactly where this is, y'all, and do a little bit more digging
Wait. So this dude is in trouble for somebody kicking in his door?
Yeah, he popped him.
Yeah, he's arrested for murdering.
What? That sounds crazy.
Shooting a teen, kicking in his door at 3 a.m. His friends claim it was a TikTok prank.
Yep, he was ringing the doorbell.
TikTok prank went wrong, and he kicked the wrong man's door in viciously at 3 a.m. and got killed.
Dog, I don't even want to get on top of this joint. Pause.
Yo,
this is ridiculous.
It is ridiculous. But here's where it falls into the bullshit. Because when it comes to the law, and this is me as a Second Amendment believer, and I follow it, but every state has laws that limit your rights as a citizen when it comes to the Second Amendment. So someone kicking in your door, and this is why I said it depends on what state it is. This is why he would have gotten arrested. If the kid kicked his door in and turned around and ran, and he popped him and was leaving the property, the police and the law considers him no longer a threat, so you can't kill him and you get arrested for that. If he kicked his door and then he ran in the house and he popped him, he's covered. Because now he can say he was in fear for his life, his family's in the house, all of this type of stuff. That's what they'll probably be going on for the reason to arrest him. But I'm just going to come out and say it. They arrested this man because he shot a white boy. Because if he had a shot, when Willie Manchester shot Trey in South Central, I don't think Willie Manchester got arrested. Remember that? He was still in the he did get arrested in the movie. He was still in the radio out the car and he popped him.
I remember that.
In the back in that movie.
Yeah,
Ray. The point I'm making is I personally feel that part of the reason this dude got arrested is because it was a little white boy. If it had been Pablo, if it had been Jermaine, I think they would have just been like, doing our job for you. Godspeed, sir. And they would have went home and they would have called it a day. But because I see the boy's name, because little Johnny, now it's an issue. He popped him. But all that dude has to do is go get him a good Constitution lawyer. They exist, people. There are lawyers out there that literally defend your right based on the Constitution, which trumps all state laws. If he goes and get him a good constitutional lawyer about, his right to bear arms and not these bullshit laws that they put into place, he'll get off. So I think he may get off and the charges might even get dropped. I don't think he should have got arrested, but I know he got arrested because that boy was white. And that I'm just going to come out and say it. If the boy had been any other ethnicity, I don't think he would have got arrested. That's just how I feel. Argue with yourself in the comments from your mother's basement, motherfucker. Stevie B.
Yo, man, I can't even. This type of stuff, I just don't understand it, man. Like, I'm seeing it so much more now that I am older. And I've always seen it, but I'm seeing it like so blatant. Kid was walking home and he had some Skittles and an Arizona iced tea. And a man followed him. And this kid was being followed by a man. He might have put up a little bit of a fight and he was shot and killed. That man was able to get out of jail. I'm not get out of jail, but not be convicted and then go on a tour about what he did.
Sold a gun.
Now, You have a man that's at home in a home that he owns, chilling, sleep, probably got his wife and kids in the house if he does, and all of a sudden he starts to hear his ring door go off, bing bong, 3 o'clock in the morning. Anybody with any sane sense knows that if something is coming, if you're getting woken up at 3 o'clock in the morning for any reason that you was not expecting, 9 times out of 10 is for a bad reason, right? So you go find out what the fuck is going on, and somebody's banging at your door. Now you are a licensed to carry gun owner. Somebody kicks in your door to your residence and runs in or plays joke, just kicks in your door.
Waving the 4-4. All I hear is Papa, don't.
You have got to be kidding me that this man did what any other person would have do, right? Any other person would do. But if we reverse this and put this in a scenario where that was a white man and a black man was kicking open his door, he'd be a fucking hero.
Period.
He'd be a hero. He wouldn't be worried about murdering someone, especially considering the fact that if some black kid was like, yo, I was doing it for a prank for TikTok, he'd have been dead. Point blank, period. And it would have been championed. We have such bad neighborhoods.
This is what we're talking about in our communities. We got to keep this riffraff. These thugs out of here.
How do we get these people out of our communities?
Yep.
Well, man, look, I'm tired of the bullshit. That's fucking truth. Straight up. I don't care what nobody tells me, man, and I don't care who writes it. I don't get in comments. That's not what I do. You might think I'm stupid, or you might, fine. That's what you think. I know what I am. But what I do know, if anybody is going to get up on this, on any of our stuff and start talking that, yo, he's wrong for this ish, that's bullshit. I don't care where you live or what you're doing. That's not right. Point blank, period. This man should not be going through this shit. And he wouldn't be going through this shit if he was a white man.
100%.
And that was a black kid. But he's a black man, it's a white kid, and he's fucked. And I have a half fucking white son. So don't tell me the bullshit. I ain't got no time for it. But I hate this type of stuff. It's sickening. It's the United States of fucking America. Tired of shit, bro.
Yo, so the mistake he made, and this is for everybody listening. If you want to kill somebody for doing something to your house and they trying to run away, you're supposed to pop them. You're supposed to drag their body back in the house. And said they came back to cause harm to you. That's how you get around it.
Shit is gross, bro.
That's the law. It's fucked up, but that's what they do. The criminal has more rights breaking into your home than you do in this country. That's America. Shit, we send billions of dollars to a country to commit a genocide, and we're all supposed to just go with it. That's America. Yeah, I'm gonna bring it up constantly, people. Sorry. Not sorry, actually. Fuck y'all. People are stupid. They don't even like y'all. It's supposed to be a Christian country. They don't even like y'all, and y'all give all your money to them. Stupid. We got laws in 48 states. I can't even say the name of what I'm talking about. Stupid. Good old America. Ridiculous. Go on, money.
Hey, listen. Yeah, what they said. Literally, I there's nothing I could even say more to this. Okay, I will say something. I will. Can y'all please tell your kids, your teenage kids, your kids in general, stop with these camera phones and playing games with folks.
Yeah.
This is not going to end well for you. There are people that are not in, what is it, Gen Z?
Yeah.
They're Generation Z. And they don't play like that.
Nope. I told people in 2001, time for games is over.
Stop.
It's recorded.
Yes. Stop playing around with people. because you may get what you're looking for.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end of the day, the worst thing I think on earth is having to identify your child's body.
Uh-huh.
So you need to really think about this, what I just put up here before, regarding the situation. Your kids playing too much, they're playing too much. People don't have the time for it. They don't.
People can't afford to feed their families. They don't have time for your games.
And I say people are hungry out here. People are not playing with you. Try to do right by people, y'all. Try to do right by the people you know too. Don't play with people, man. You don't know what they're going through. You trying to play a joke. You think it was just a joke. It's just a game. They're not into the game moves. People can flip and snap in a drop of a dime. Please let's keep everybody safe, and stop playing with the pranks and the jokes with random human beings talking about a TikTok on Instagram or a joke and you trying to get mad views and paid off of it. And you're gonna pay with your life. So let's don't do that. Let's just try to keep it down. Keep that noise down. There wouldn't have been a reaction if there was no action to react.
Exactly.
If you have the action, somebody may have a real-time reaction. You know, I know people get mad at Will Smith and the slap, but again, you don't know what people are going through. And you know what? Every action has a real-time reaction. Some people may just slap your ass. You're lucky he was just slap.
Yeah, you think that was real though?
Oh, he slapped the hell out of him.
Oh, he slapped him. He felt the contact, but you also did see like more evidence of like other people doing it word for word and stuff like that. Right.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? But you know
It was
what?
acted out to perfection. But
Oh,
all right,
hey,
that's
listen.
great.
Hey, listen. If it
Maybe
was
it jump started, Rock's career again. You know what I mean?
it did it. Did it?
Did it?
Yeah, it
I
did.
ain't seen him in too much.
No.
He had his stand up, but he
did the
fumbled the
smartest
ball.
thing.
He fumbled.
He
fumbled.
didn't take it more. He didn't take it further.
He had an opportunity. He
Oh,
fumbled it.
and he didn't say anything about it and kept it in house.
Yeah.
And then went on that live tour on Netflix.
But I heard the tour was wet. I heard it was wet. So since it was wet, it ended up not gaining any traction. And now Will is back where he was at.
Yeah,
I ain't seen the Chris Rock special since Bigger and Blacker.
And that was amazing.
And that was the pinnacle.
And that's the thing. So my whole thing is, and people got very upset at Will Smith. And listen, the slap was real or false. My point is, Will Smith was hearing everybody talking about everything, and he was sitting at home and listening to all the comments and all the jokes about him and his relationship, wife,
entanglement, August Alsina,
all the hee ha ha, and he was in the pandemic and he couldn't get out and mess around. He finally got out. That slap was not just for Chris Rock. That slap was for your asses and everybody that was talking ish about. He was tired of it. You don't know what people are going through. And word on the street is Chris Rock didn't run through that joke. That was off the cuff. Like he really went and saw her and was like and went with it in real time. And Will Smith had a real reaction. So hey, again, y'all, let's just keep this thing peaceful. Stop trying to prank people and stop trying to play with people. I use that example because that was really light, but at the end of the day, even though Chris Rock's a comedian is supposed to laugh, ha ha ha, you don't know what Will Smith is going through at that time. Leave people be. Leave people be. Don't be kicking on nobody's door. Don't be beating on nobody's door crazy. Don't be doing that. You don't know what's behind that door. Stop playing with people. You think you know them until that day when you don't.
Now your ass on the t-shirt. Now your ass on a t-shirt because you want to play games.
And then I don't even feel bad. Oh,
I
fuck
don't.
that.
Oh,
Don't
yeah,
kick in nobody's fucking house.
Nah,
That
At
shit is
3 a.m. At
that's
3
yeah,
a.m.
shit is stupid.
major violation.
Yo, people get killed for lesser.
Think
Yeah.
about his families in the house. Think about what went through his mind in real time.
You don't know what's and exactly. That's another reason we need to know where this happened at, because he could be in one of them places where, you know,
Yeah,
he the only one in the neighborhood. His kids the
It's-
only one in the school type of deal, and this been happening for years.
could have been a sundown town. You don't know.
Yep, you never know.
I don't
So
know.
yeah, people gotta be careful out here. I like watching the prank videos as much as the next person, but I love when the prank videos go wrong. You ever seen the one where the dudes was in the Walmart and then it was 3 dudes trying to prank this dude in a construction vest, and he picked one of the cats up and threw him in his cart, and then he folded the other boy up, and the
I
other
do
kids start running, start chasing him.
I do remember that.
I didn't see
Yeah,
that.
man, these cats, they be getting folded up. They can't read a room for whatever reason. I think it's
Yo,
I don't know
man.
what happened, but these
You
kids
don't play
can't read a
around with
room no
people
more.
like that, dog. Point blank period. If you were going to do something to someone, you need to think to yourself that they're going to respond negatively and they're going to try and hurt you. And that's how my mentality is. That's why I do not fuck with people, because I don't want to be fucked with. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Yeah, and I'm not going to be bumping you or doing no stupid shit. If we have to engage, then we will. But I'm going to know that we're engaging. I don't want to fuck with you and then laugh and point on the camera afterwards and say, hey, it was just a joke. So you can be upset. And then me sitting there telling you it was a joke because I got punched in the fucking face. I'm not doing that. We're from a completely different era. I think I sent it to y'all when we was talking about from 1981 to 1994 is that era between the old eras and the new eras was happening. We're like a limbo land. We have the ability to understand religion in certain ways, but we also have the ability to be able to see through it. You know what I'm saying? And we've seen so much negative stuff in churches and priests doing this and this, that, and the third, and blah 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 blah. Shit, real quick. The last pope that passed away was really close to a black pope. Who that was his right hand motherfucking man, right? He was his rider. He was his second.
I was gonna get into this.
As soon as he died, right? I said to myself, they would never appoint a black pope. Never. It would never happen. You know why? Because those people in that religion could not see a man that did not look like what they were used to in the helm. I knew that, and exactly what I thought was going to happen. They appointed the United States, you know what I mean, by way of another country, but somebody from the United States is now a pope, you know, but it wasn't a black dude.
What?
Damn right.
I mean, my mom was talking about it too. She was like, "Well, I hope they put this person." I was like, "Mom, you know they ain't gonna do that.
That shit ain't
You know
happening.
they were gonna implode. They were implode.
Yeah, we got a black president. We ain't gonna get a black pope.
They never gonna put that. They never gonna put the Pharaoh's crown back on a black man's head.
I think that's why it stalled. I think that's why they stalled the day before on who was supposed to be picked.
That wasn't
I think that's
happen.
the stall.
That whole religion would have fell apart.
But that's why. Well, because I think it was the voting. Something with that voting.
I'm just gonna tell y'all like this. Go look at the hat the Pope wears, and look at the hat the ancient pharaohs wear. And Mo, you took Latin. You know that history. Who took over Egypt? Who took that crown? Okay,
don't get him mad.
It's deeper than what we all think.
I know.
It's deeper than what we all think. That's why they'll never have a black pope. Because you're returning power to the people who power actually belongs to. I'm just speaking the real history of the world, people. I mean, I know it's not allowed, but
they don't like to hear that, man.
That's what the time it is. Like, all right, so I think that brings us to the end.
Yeah, I won't bring up the what is it called? That speaking of art, the whack art, what is it called? What was that gala? The Met Gala?
The Met Gala trash.
I'm not going to do it. Continue, Justin. Let's get us out of here.
Yeah, all right. So, ladies and gentlemen, you have just bared witness to another classic episode of the Everybody Has a Mic podcast. You should give yourself a round of applause because you actually did something special and heard from 3 living gods on earth, giving you the real of what's going on. This is episode 18. I go by the name of JT Malone, aka East Coast Legend, and I just want to let you know, whatever you're going through in your life is temporary. And whatever happens to you in your life, you put your ass there. It wasn't nobody's fault but your own. So if you want to get to the next level, get your mind right. Drink some water.
You ain't lying about the water. Shit.
And guess what? You can get yourself right back to where you always was supposed to be. And if you're supposed to be at the top, we'll be waiting there for you because we already up here. That's all I got for y'all people. Peace out. Till the next time.
Please be safe until the next time.
Yeah.